in the headlines. There is a mouse. There was a mouse. There's been a mouse in my office, in my studio. So it looks like this. So the studio was already looking a bit chaotic because I've had such a busy couple of weeks with markets, workshops, personal things that required things out of my studio. We threw a party for friends and family and I used quite a lot of materials and stuff. So it's looking crazy. And then there was a mouse. So everything got uprooted. Okay, so mouse story time. The first sighting of the mouse was in the living room, which is just through there. And I caught it in a pint glass and I was like, move over Bruce Lee, because you can retire now, I've got it under control. Anyway, caught it in a pint glass, released it at the bottom of the street, then looked up online that you're actually supposed to take them at least 2 kilometres away from your house. Why? Well, because apparently they come back. So then, a couple of days later, a mouse goes running across the hallway just there, comes into here, and I thought, God damn it. So whether it's the same mouse or not, I don't really know. It seems unlikely, but then also it does say that you are supposed to take them further away. So he could have literally just followed us straight back to the house from the end of the street. So who knew that they did that? Anyway, so then we got some humane traps because I thought I could only mess around with a pint glass for so long. So we got some humane traps, put some peanut butter in, caught the mouse. Again, it was behind the sofa where we put it. We put one there and we put one near the door over there, and it actually went for that one. Probably because the sofa being there give it a bit of a sense of security. Anyway, so we caught it. Here's a picture of it. We then took it on a little ride in the car to some lovely, gorgeous fields 3.5 miles away from my house. So if it's come back from there, then I guess it deserves to be here. Like, feel free, move on in. Anyway, so hopefully that's it taken care of. There is still another humane trap and I've put it down there, but nothing's happened. I feel like we're safe and I really need to start putting my office back together because I need to work. That's the situation. Let's put the office back together. And to be honest, it's been way overdue. A bit of an actual sort out anyway, because I've just been sort of like adding new stuff and there's actually really nowhere to put it. So I've got some cupboards on my landing upstairs that aren't being used to their best. So I'm thinking a few things like market stock can go up there. That's the plan. Just coming down from the mouse drama. We just need a calm day, resetting the space. So yeah, I thought I'd take you along. If you've got tidying to do, put this vlog on in the background and tidy with me, because isn't it annoying that once you actually get started it doesn't even take that long, but you put it off for ages and ages. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Let's do it, and I'll show you a bit of like my organisation, how I organise my stuff in the studio. Let's go. So the first thing I think is to take the trap away, and that is it. So let's grab that. And then also down here, where we thought it might have got in, where these like radiator holes go into the floor, because obviously this floor's kind of unfinished because it's just a studio, but now I think we might have to get something proper to put down, because I've got this just big rug that covers the whole floor, nearly. So yeah, maybe we need something actual, but obviously we've taken care of that because we've put expanding foam in literally every crack and crevice there is. This used to hold all my yarn, so that all needs sort of knifing to be a surface level smooth. So that's a job to do. So yeah, get that trap from over there, and I might just put it under the radiator just in case. But I feel like if this is where they were coming in, if it was 1 or 2 mice, I do not know, then they can't come in anymore. Whenever you're doing a proper reorganise, you should always fully clear the floor, which it looks anything but clear, but there's not much floor. First things first, because then you get a clearer picture of where you actually want to re-put stuff. And also it's just easier if everything's out of the room so you can bring it back in the room. Obviously I've still got a lot of stuff in the room as it is, but also because there's been a mouse, I just want to make sure that the floor is like thoroughly vacuumed, thoroughly disinfected before I start putting stuff back. So it's the way to go. Vacuuming begins. That's the cleaning done. So I'm not sure my rug's gone down flat under the sofa, but I need 2 pairs of hands for that because it's really hard to do on my own. So now it's just the tidying, which is the worst part, isn't it? No evidence of any more mice visits, so I feel nervous to put my furniture back, but I'll hear them. The thing is, we heard them. I don't think they were in the house long before we realised, because we heard them and we saw them. So I don't think they'd been sneaking around too long. So yeah, let's fingers crossed that we caught them. That's it done. No mice. I can't see any more holes. As I was vacuuming under the cabinets, under the sofa, behind the sofa, couldn't see any access points that they could get in by. So I don't really know how they've got in, unless they have got in at them radiator holes, which weren't very big, but it doesn't take much, I suppose. And also we've not had mice until this point, so why they've come in now, maybe the weather's getting colder. Anyway, we're done with the mice, hopefully. So now it's just a case of putting stuff back. So I want all my market stuff to go upstairs. I need maybe even some workshop stuff that I don't use very often, but I don't know how much space I've got upstairs. Not lots, but I don't want loads of stuff on the floor, obviously. And I'm quite lucky in that the stuff that was on the floor was all in plastic boxes and stuff, like my workshop boxes, these. So they were on the floor, but obviously that is mouse proof, so I'm not worried about any stock or anything that was on the floor, thank God. So, but yeah, if I can keep those upstairs, that might be a bit better. And I've also got this vintage sewing trolley that I've no idea what to do with, that you'll have just seen me wheeling about vacuuming. But it's lovely, I don't want to get rid of it, but I don't really have anywhere to put it apart from just down the side of there. I might just squish it, yeah, I might just squash it in there. I don't really need to get it out. I'm using it for storage, for tote bags and things, for workshops again, which maybe the tote bags can go upstairs. I can store something more useful in this down here. I hate this because it's like you haven't got started yet and it's just like everything is all over and you just don't really know where to begin. So I think I need to go with the obvious things. And also I'm thinking about not putting my yarn in them open shelves that you just saw me cleaning, the white ones. I had all my yarn there and now I'm scared to put my yarn there because even though there's no evidence that mice have been in there, there's no droppings on them shelves or anything like that, so I don't think they have been on those shelves. I'm just scared because I had my mum round and she was like, that's prime destined material for mice, blah, blah, blah. And I just thought, oh, duh. So maybe I should put things in boxes on those shelves and keep my yarn safe in a cupboard. I just don't know. Okay, that's enough chat, let's go. So the cones are a bit spread out, but they're just gonna have to be some there, and like 3 in there. And then I've got double-sided yarn. So that side is really packed and that side less packed. So now I've got a whole empty space down here, and obviously I want it to be something that's in a box, because the whole point of putting that up there was it's a bit more like pest proof. Although I'm under no illusion that the mouse can't climb up there. It probably can. But yeah, I think it's just a good rule of thumb for dust as well. You know, stuff near the floor should be boxed up. So options are workshop stuff, that's what's in there. That could go down there because that's workshop stuff as well. Or I could put maybe my workshop boxes, but I think they're too big, really. I'd only get like 2 in, and there's 4 of them. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll get another one next to that. But I mean, if I could, let's try it. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, is it? I can see. No, it's that much too big. Otherwise that would be annoying because I could just, they overhang slightly, but I could stack them like that. But if they're not all gonna fit, I'm not doing it. I don't want 2 in one place and 2 in another place. So I think they'll go upstairs. So that leaves other options are artwork. Could go there, but again, I'd want a box for it, which I don't currently have. That's it, really. To be fair, I might do that because I've not really got any good artwork storage at the minute, and I do have a few pieces building up now, and I was keeping them under that unit, which again, floor, so not ideal. So yeah, I might get a big box and put them at the bottom of there, and then there's space then, isn't there? I can rack up a few pieces and they'll all be in one place. And also marbling kits. I've only got like 1 made up at the minute, but I can store my kits in there. Actually, yeah, so leaving that empty for now is fine. Workshop boxes to go upstairs. And then I think the rest is just really a tidying up job. Like all this stuff on the desk can just be tidied. That, I'm hoping, that trolley to get down the side of this cupboard as it was before, because it doesn't really need to come out. So yeah, nearly there. Okay, it's the next day. I did not do any more yesterday. That cupboard is organised though. You can only see the stuff that's on top of it. So now it's just surfaces really, which is the worst part. It's the worst part. And I can't really take the market stuff upstairs because I've not cleaned out that cupboard yet. So I think it'll just go sit on the landing though. As long as it's not in my office, I don't care. And if it's on the landing, that'll motivate me, hopefully, to do the cupboard. We'll see. Brief pause in the proceedings because I have had a delivery and it is my new Christmas cards. How cute are those? Blank inside. I had this mistletoe piece of work, so I thought it needs more life to it than a one-off, so I've made it into a Christmas card. A little bit of red at the bottom there, well, pinky red, because it is me, and it says may all your days be festive and filled with joy. So I'll be putting these on the website. They should be up by the time you watch this video, so there you go. I'll probably sell them as singles and in packs. So anyway, back to the work at hand. yeah, that concludes this week's video. I hope you enjoyed a bit of tidying. It's quite cathartic, isn't it, once it's done. As you can see, I'm looking in a bit more order now. You can actually see the floor, so I'm happy. Haven't took the stuff upstairs yet, but that's okay. That's a whole other job, which I'll get to. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe, stick around. Next week's video, I will be making new work, so it's a bit more of an actual sewing, creating, making video. So I hope I'll see you there. Bye bye.